think it is the 10th of October. I'm going to quickly go around our beds so I know what position they're in next spring when we restart, because any time now we could finish sort of for the year. So strawberry bed, first few have had some mulch round, the rest are to do. We've got some compost, it's too wet, so I'm going to leave it somewhere to hopefully dry out a little bit. Obviously next bed down on plot 41, leeks, they'll be left in, it'll be spring next year when we finish those. Over there's the black cat, obviously on the lookout for something and hasn't seen me. Beetroot and tomato frame will stay here over winter. This one's dug over, it's dug over quite well, it'll break down over winter. Two minds whether to cover it or not. I have to work out what it is and whether we put any manure on it. Parsnips in this one, obviously again spring when they come out. This one's dug over, it will be leeks next year, dug over reasonably well, should break down over winter and be okay for next year. Sweet corn came over there, it's been left because of the borage and yes, nasturtiums, so that will probably get dug when I can. I think it would dig now, but it'll probably get left now until spring maybe. The bed over there is where we're getting manure delivered. I shall try and dig that and then hopefully it'll stay okay even though the manure's there. We've got 3 beds in here that I must confess have been weed killered because I couldn't see any other way of getting into them, and we want to put some new fruit trees in there. This afternoon I've dug over these 2 beds. This one's not so bad, but this one is very hard and it's full of bindweed and it's difficult to get out because it's so hard. I have got a bucket full of bindweed out. Raspberries will be left, won't do anything to those I don't think. On this plot, we're now moving on to plot 42, these 4 beds have all been dug over. I think they'll be okay to start next spring. I've piled some horse manure to rot down. I think that one will be, I was going to say potatoes, but I don't think that's the case. I think this one will probably be potatoes next year, which means that one I've just looked at would be peas, I think. Anyway, whatever, they've all been dug over, and that one's had some old compost on. Could do with a bit more. Apple trees will need cutting back a bit later, so we'll now move on to plot 30. This little bed's just been dug over, and it's quite nice to be honest, no problem, should be alright for next year. We are going to put that bit of weed control fabric over this one and tip some compost on to dry out to go around those strawberries. This bed's been dug over in autumn, dug over when it's rained, not really when it was particularly hard. This bed with some brassicas in at the end, sprouts, red cabbage, has just been dug over this month. This bed had potatoes in, it was dug over when it was very dry. Some weeds germinating in there. I'm going to cover them over, I think, see what happens then. Still a bit rough at this end, but I think it might break down over winter. It's got 2 chances, hasn't it, if I cover it up. This bed had sweet corn, carrots, some onions I think, and it's dug over, it's rough, but again hoping it'll break down over winter. Moving now on to some plots. This is plot 29, so that one, these were all dug over when it was fairly hard, but they've all broken down pretty well. I might none of them will be carrots or root crops, so I might pile some compost or horse manure at the ends of each one, or I might actually cover them and then put some compost on and spread it out, so that next spring all I need to do on those is sort of incorporate a bit of manure. That one was the old raspberry bed. That was really rough. Grew a good crop of spuds, hoping it'll break down okay over winter. I'll add a load of horse manure. This one was beans. It will be potatoes next year. I'll pile some horse manure, some more at the end. It is just starting to germinate with weed seeds, so I may well cover that if I've got enough stuff to cover it up. The next one, that looks rough, but I think that's going to break down okay. Moving over here. This one will be spare and could be planted up. Again, it looks rough, leave it over winter. Wait to see whether we manage to get it covered up. Our winter onions and garlic are coming up quite well now. Obviously they'll be in until early summer next year. This one, again, not sure what it will be. It was spuds last year. It was dug when it was very dry, but it's broken down quite well. That looks as though that will be okay for next year. And finally, going through onto this bit of plot 28. That bed's just been dug over. It's not too bad, that will break down over winter. Sweet Williams in that, they'll be in all next summer. Dahlias have to come out of there, decide where I'm going to store them, but we're leaving them well. There's a few flowers. And the same goes for this bed, which we're leaving because there's a few flowers left in it. We might as well leave them, but hopefully once they come out in a few weeks' time, I can get that one dug over. So I think that just about covers all the beds we've got to do. I do know one I've missed. That's the one over there with dahlias in. So I think what I'll do with that one is keep the dahlias and dump some horse manure on it to rot down for next spring. That's it then. That's them all covered. Hopefully that'll act as a reminder come spring, the state that all the beds are in at the end of, well, getting on for the middle of October.